I didn't think I'd ever talk about this, but it's been almost a year now and I still think about it way more than I want to admit. I was supposed to get married last fall. Venue was booked, dress bought, guests RSVP'd. We had a menu tasting scheduled. I'd already cried over place cards. We were about 3 months out when he ended it. I remember the conversation almost word for word. He said he loved me, but he wasn't ready, that he felt trapped, like the idea of marriage made him panic. I need time to figure myself out. I asked if he was seeing someone else. He said no, that it wasn't about anyone else, just him. I believed him. I cried for hours that night. Then I packed a bag and stayed with my sister for a while. He offered to cancel everything himself. I let him. I didn't have the strength to explain to every vendor why I wasn't going to be a bride anymore. The worst part was how quiet it all felt. 3 years together, living together for almost 2, and suddenly, silence. I waited a few days before texting, just to check in. He replied, kinda dry, said he was doing a lot of thinking. I sent a longer message after that, just trying to say I missed him, that I didn't understand how we went from cake tastings to nothing. He didn't reply. I waited. I told myself he needed space. Then he started watching my stories, liking posts, commenting on things that had nothing to do with him. I blocked him, not because I hated him, but because it was messing with my head. Every time I saw his name pop up, it was like ripping a scab off. My therapist said something that stuck with me. People who feel guilty often look for ways to feel connected to the people they hurt. It doesn't mean they want to fix it, just that they want to feel less like the bad guy. That was him, ghosting me, but not really, staying on the edge of my life like a shadow. I tried to heal, went back to work, reconnected with friends I'd ignored during wedding planning, stopped opening. Pinterest. Put the dress in storage. Everyone told me I was handling it well. I wasn't, but I got good at pretending. And then the wedding day came. I didn't plan anything, didn't go on a trip, didn't throw a not wedding party. I just wanted to survive the day. Around 3 p.m., the exact time we were supposed to be exchanging vows, my phone buzzed. It was him. Thinking about you. I miss you. Hope you're okay. That's all it said. No apology, no clarity, no, I'm sorry I broke you. Just that. I didn't reply, but my hands were shaking. I had to sit on the floor. I don't even know what I felt. Grief, rage, longing. I just kept rereading it, like it would change. Why do they always do this? Why do they leave, disappear, and then check in just enough to ruin whatever healing we've managed to do? I didn't respond to his message. I wanted to. For a few seconds, my thumb hovered over the screen. I opened the keyboard, closed it again, typed hey, and deleted it. I wasn't even sure what I wanted to say. Why now? What do you want from me? You don't get to miss me today? But I didn't send anything. I knew if I opened that door even a little, I wouldn't be able to close it again. And I'd worked so hard to get to the point where I could go a full day without thinking about him. After the text, I sat on the floor for maybe 30 minutes. Not crying, just stuck. Like someone had pressed pause on my brain. Then I got up. I turned off my phone, and I walked. No destination, just walking. Around my neighborhood, then into town, then through the park where we used to have picnics. Everything reminded me of him. But also, everything reminded me that I was still standing. The world didn't end. I was still breathing. I was alone, but I wasn't broken. That night I didn't sleep well. I kept dreaming we were at the altar again. Except every time I turned to say my vows, he was gone. Just an empty space beside me. The next morning, I had 3 missed calls. 1 from a friend, 2 from my mom. Word had gotten out. He'd posted a photo of us. Old one. One I didn't even know he still had. Us smiling on a balcony during a trip to Lisbon. The caption was just, some people leave forever. Others leave pieces of themselves behind. The comments were worse. You guys were perfect. Still rooting for you. Maybe it's not too late. I wanted to scream. Where were these people when I was unpacking the decorations alone? Where were they when I was on the phone canceling our honeymoon flights? Why does everyone romanticize pain when it comes wrapped in nostalgia and a soft filter? I didn't comment. I didn't like the post. I just stared at it and felt insulted, like he wanted the aesthetic of regret, not the accountability. He didn't call. He didn't follow up. Just dropped a bomb on the day I was trying to survive and then retreated into whatever little echo chamber he built for himself. A week later, he took the post down. No explanation. A mutual friend told me he wasn't doing great, that he regretted how things ended. I said, okay, and changed the subject. What was I supposed to do with that? Regret isn't a magic fix. It doesn't unhurt someone. It doesn't refund the venue deposit or erase the therapy bills. I don't doubt that he meant it, the missing me part. But the thing is, missing someone isn't the same as choosing them. He didn't choose me. He left. And now I was the one left to carry the pieces he dropped. I think part of me always expected some kind of moment. Closure, clarity, a letter, something. But all I got was a 9-word text and a recycled photo. And somehow I'm supposed to build peace from that? It's been almost a year now since the message. I've deleted it. Not because I was angry, but because I didn't want it lingering. I didn't want it sitting in my phone like an unopened letter I kept rereading in my head. Some days, I still think about what I could have said. This wasn't fair. I deserved better. I hope you realize what you lost. But I didn't say anything. And now I'm glad I didn't. Because the truth is, he knew. If he didn't, he wouldn't have sent the message. He wanted to unburden himself, not fix anything. Just shift the weight of guilt slightly in his favor. I reached out. I tried. No, a real try is a conversation. A real try is showing up. I don't think he was a bad person. I really don't. He was scared, probably confused, maybe overwhelmed by everything. The wedding, the expectations, the commitment. But I was there. I was ready. I had my vows printed out and a playlist and a backup plan in case it rained. And he left. You don't get to break someone and then message them on the day just to say, I miss you. That's not closure. That's salt. I've spent the past year rebuilding slowly. I took a trip alone for the first time. I painted my apartment, got rid of the things we picked out together, started cooking again. I adopted a senior dog from a shelter. He sleeps next to me every night like it's his job to keep my heart beating. I've been going to therapy consistently, not just for the breakup, but for the patterns I kept repeating, giving too much space to people who didn't know how to stay. I've gone on a few dates. Nothing serious, but I'm learning what I need now. I need someone who doesn't flinch when things get real. Someone who doesn't just love the version of me that's easy to love. The planner, the calm one, the capable partner, but also the one who panics and spirals and needs to be held. I don't need a perfect love story. I just need someone who won't disappear 3 months before the wedding. If I'm being honest, part of me still gets nervous when I check my phone on anniversaries or significant dates. Like maybe he'll text again, just to poke the wound. But he hasn't. And I'm okay with that. I don't want an apology. I want peace. And sometimes peace isn't something you're given. It's something you choose. So I chose it. I stopped rehearsing the conversation we'll never have. I stopped trying to make meaning out of messages that weren't meant to heal, just to haunt. And now, when I think about that day, the one that was supposed to be my wedding, I don't feel rage. I feel relief. Because if someone can leave you like that, they were never meant to stay. And if the most they can offer you after everything is a text that says, I miss you, you were never the one who wasn't ready.